Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com, and this is the pre-market game plan for today. Today's Thursday, September 29. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to start with YM. We have an hourly chart and we have extended hours. YM continues its trajectory higher into resistance at 18 to 80. Area at which it consolidated, it formed a support level at 18,260, from which it broke down. Right now, we're sitting on a lot of support at 18,200, respectively at 18,196. This is the other buy area for a continuation higher. And if the support area holds, and if we do continue higher, the next targets are 18,250 and 18,280 around this area, and obviously higher into 18,300, which I have mentioned yesterday. So we came very close in nearly 24, less than 24 hours. We came very close to one of my last targets in YM. So knowing how to predict what the market will be doing and reading the charts correctly is essential, especially in futures trading, which is 10 times more faster than any other trading. So as long as the support area holds here, you can consider an entry above 18,200 and have a very tight stop of about 10 points. And that's going to give you 50 points, so 5 hours into your first target area at 18,250, and it's going to give you another 20 points into 18,280. So this is going to be a really great risk to reward trade. If you decide to take this as a trend trade, look for a continuation higher into 18,300. Okay, so we had this pullback right here. What if it doesn't hold? If it doesn't hold, evaluate the small time frame charts and seek the next level of support. And the next level of support that we have is all the way down here at 18,150. So if it doesn't hold this area, and if it doesn't reverse from this area, but again, it is really worth the risk. And look for a pullback all the way into 18,153. All right, so this is YM. Let's talk about ES. And ES went exactly to our target areas that we have mentioned yesterday. 2167 is the high. We had a little continuation higher after the market closed yesterday, after the New York session closed. We're getting a steep pullback here. We had a flurry down at 8 o'clock right into support area 2157. If this area holds, look for a continuation higher. I think that it has the possibility to continue into 2165 again, and the next target that you're going to look for is 2168, and the last target is going to be 2172 if we're going to get a trend day. However, things may be a little on the choppy side. We have 2 more days, today trading session and tomorrow trading session, the last 2 trading days of this month of September. We're going to start October. October is going to be super powerful. October, November, December, last three months are going to be the most dynamic trading months of the year. So get in gear, get educated, and know what you're doing. So once again, if this area holds 2157, we continue higher. So far hovering right here, and in about 30 minutes we're going to be looking at these parameters right here. At 2159 for support, we're going to look at 2160 for resistance. On a break of 260, this can go higher. On a break of 259, this will retrace all the way to 2157. If 2157 is going to hold, look for another buy opportunity right off this point. Again, we have a lot of support right here into this area. If, however, the open is going to be weak, then we look for further retracement all the way to 2155 around this area. So be very patient. We are looking very, very bullishly, even though we're having this correction in the European session. And don't forget, pay close attention to the time frame that you are trading. So pay very close attention to support resistance on the time frame that you're trading. These are general support resistance levels that I trade. I trade a little larger time frames because it gives me more, it gives me an edge on everything that's going on. And my risk is a little greater, but my reward is also a little bigger at this point. NQ. NQ had a rally, continued in extended hours, and boom, back down into support of 48.61. And it's the only one that it's actually doing a full cone retracement, very, very close to 48.50. So I can say that, the way it's shaping up right now in Q, it might retrace into 48.50 area, and we might get a possible buy off these areas. Pay very close attention, however, to 48.65, as this can be a trigger. So if we trade NQ if NQ trades over 48.63, this can go higher. The next target is going to be 48.70, and you're going to look for a last target of 76 and 80 around this area. We're going to get a really dynamic push forward. So this is for NQ. Let's take a look at CL, and the pit is open and has been trading for about 10 minutes now into the open. It's trading at 47.06 right now. We continued higher yesterday following that OPEC meeting in Algeria, and then we have retraced exactly into a support area, 46.61, and it held. 46.61 was the shelf from which it bounced. You can see the prior pivot right here formed this really strong shelf, continuing higher. It's poised to continue higher into $48. So in terms of bias, this is a higher, and you have definite support at 46.85. So 46.85 on a small time frame. Look for a continuation higher. So your support level should be your stop, and over $47, that could be your entry for higher. And again, the target is all the way into $48. It has a clear void. Last but not least, GC. Okay, so we have GC that has continued to come in throughout the day, throughout the night, and yesterday it didn't have a strong participation to the upside, but it did, however, come into resistance. The area, once again, that we're mentioning is 1330. It's that area that we have been talking about this whole time, being rejected from this point. And it's continuing lower, 1320. A lower biased for this E-mini. So GC has room to continue lower into 1310. So look at minor time frame charts and look at resistance areas. And so far I see 1321 as resistance and a break of 1320 once again. So right here, 1320 entry. Stop, 1321 and change. Look for targets, 1310, all the way into 1310 area. All right, this was all for today. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you all have a very profitable day. Hope you enjoyed these videos. Hit a like if you like them. Email me at info@tradeoutlaw.com if you're interested in our education. Our next class is going to start October 15th. It's a 7-day class. Once again, you get to trade live with me for 5 days and 2 days education. It is from 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time. We also reserve time for Q&A. Remember, it starts October 15th. And it might be, we might have one class after this, and then we're going to take a break for the year. And then we may be back next year with more education. So this is the most powerful trading quarter of the year. We're entering Monday. We're going to start a new quarter, so get ready. If you want to make money, if you're determined and really want to make this work, you got to get educated. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow for a last session for the last session of the week. Thanks, guys.